Hey y'all, happy Monday. Well, welcome back. So I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, and I hope that you are pumped about your garden because I am. I am so rejuvenated right now about getting going on my garden because it's time to start planting for the spring. We've of course still got things that we can plant this month, and it's the 1st of January. So we're going to talk about what you can plant in January. But first of all, we're going to have a quick tour of the yard. And then you remember I showed you that for Christmas I got a greenhouse and we got it all set up this weekend and just in time because today I have so much planting to do. So I'm gonna give you a tour of the yard and I'm gonna show you my greenhouse, and then when we're in the greenhouse I'm gonna share with you what you can plant in January. So let's go check it out. Good place to start would be over here with this beautiful broccoli that we've got forming here. This plant is huge and just loving life, and most everything over here is. I'm thinking of moving these broccolis over to where the okra were because we cut down all the okra, and so that'll give us some room up here, and it's a little bit more sunny over there during the day. So we've got awesome results right here with our garlic coming in. We didn't have any of the Atoy onions come up. We've got lots of awesome you can tell I don't like the thin because this is my crazy trove of calendula, and we've got some others mixed in there. A little bit of strawberries. I did find some strawberries, I think. So once I can confirm that, I'll let you know for sure. And I'm going to step over the calendula. And so we've still got some Swiss chard going here and here. I trimmed back this basil yesterday. We've got a broccoli going in there in the bale, but it doesn't get enough sun. So this is, kind of a lesson to learn. I didn't think about this when I planted this over here, about this just not really getting enough light over here. I still need to harvest mustard greens. This is our sweet, or I just say that like in a loving way, but that's a bok choy that we're letting go to flower. I've got some sweet peas over here that are just, they're growing wild. They're not getting onto the trellis like they should. So that's what's going on with the bale. But I've got to get this cleaned up because I need to reset my bales for this summer. My lavender is just huge and beautiful. I'm so pleased with that. My Brussels sprout is doing awesome. Down here, if you look, there's some little Brussels sprout heads forming there, so hopefully that gets a little bit taller. I got a sage back there. I just uncovered my peppers, so a lot of these turned red while they were covered up, so that means they're crazy hot now. And then I just uncovered those as well. So I'm going to mark all these bags that they were used to grow tomatoes, and then I'm going to grow something else in them. That's a reminder that you need to rotate your crops. This zucchini is hanging on for dear life, and it's got a flower down there. And yesterday when we were cleaning up the yard, you can see the tomatillas have finally been cleared out, but I found like a 9-inch zucchini on there, so we got that harvested. I moved over the sweet peas that were on the deck. You'll see why in a minute. And so what I did with the tomatillas, and it ended up getting colder than I thought it would last night, so I don't know if this is going to work, but I just cut them down to their stalks, and I'm going to see if maybe they will start to produce off of these. And I'm also going to do some seeds. And then I've got these celeries. Now these celeries, again, they are pretty much in shade from like right now on. So when you compare them to these celeries, These get a lot more afternoon light, and I don't know where that came from, but it's a tomato. So look at that. That's a self-seeded tomato that is doing great. I've never covered it up. I kind of forgot that it was over there, but I noticed it this morning. So that's proof that it really is time to get going on our tomato. So look at this lovely celery. I'm going to come along here and trim the bottom to kind of push it to go up some. But like I said, I cleaned out all of this area yesterday for bulk trash because I'm trying to get myself to a point where I truly am prepared to start with my spring garden. So everything kind of looks a little bare right now, but I just didn't want to save all my cleanup for the 1st of February. So now let's go check out the deck. I'm totally thrilled with how this turned out, and I'm not altogether sure that this is a permanent spot for it. Because I really don't even know what use I'm going to get out of this in the summer, because then it's going to turn into an easy bake oven. But for right now, I think it's super cool and it's super awesome, and it barely, just like the tip top of it, just barely comes above the fence line a little bit, so hopefully you kind of can't see it so much. But it's pretty neat once you get on the inside of it. So that's how big it is. It's I'm pretty sure it was like the 4x8. So it's got a little latching door, and that even locks. And then when you come in, it's noticeably a little bit more warm in here. And then so as things get warmer, what we can do is we can open up this vent window that will let us vent in some air in the afternoons as things get warmer outside. But for right now, I'm trying to get it to get warm in here. But I think this is a super cool feature, especially like I said, for when it starts to get warmer. Now, it's not going to be something that we can just rely on in the summer, but there's quite a bit of foot room in here. I moved my elephant food in here and my dragon fruit, and like I said, I'm gonna shift this down and then have another space here, and then fill these up with my spring seedlings. So I'm pushing myself to get on top of that today and get ready for planting. So let's move on to what you can plant in January. So we can still do some globe artichoke by transplant, arugula, asparagus, beets, bok choy, broccoli, cabbage, and Chinese cabbage you can do by transplant, carrots, cauliflower, chard, collard greens, dill, eggplant, endive, fennel, garbanzo beans with protection, kale, kohlrabi. Then we can bring in lentil with protection, lettuce, leeks, mint, mustard, oregano with by transplant. You can do onion bulbs and green onions, parsley, peas, and this is our first chance to start planting potatoes, peppers. We can keep planting radish, rutabaga, and spinach, thyme, and then tomatillas and tomatoes have been added to the list, as well as turnips. So that there, friends, is what you can plant in January. And I can tell you, with this sun that's coming in here, I'm getting pretty toasty, so I'm gonna have to take off my sweater and get ready to get planting. So I hope you have the best day ever, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon. I hope you're ready to start planting, because I think if we get a good start, we are really gonna have some amazing spring and summer results. So let's get growing.